Trossard just whips it in left-footed, and it'll drop. And there's the strike, brilliantly blocked, comes out to Caicedo. He goes for goal and finds the net. Caicedo for the Albion. There goes the throw. What a take. What a take, and across it goes. It'll fall for Trossard. Still a chance here. Cucurella's there. It falls to the Spaniard who fires it in. What a finish from Cucurella. And Cucurella is full of emotion at his first Albion goal. It's towards Cucurella. What control, what movement, what a pass from Sanchez. Trossard into the middle, it's got to be 3. It is 3! Ridiculously good from the Seagulls. Pascal Gross. Oh, the atmosphere buzzing. It's Gross. Through it goes. Welbeck is in. Welbeck is there. 4-0. This is crazy. And there it is. One of the all-time great Amex nights comes to an end.
Glory, Manchester United. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of this podcast. And in this episode, we'll be analyzing our last game with Brighton. This is one of those Liverpool episodes because honestly, we were whooped again, like mercilessly. Almost got like 5 goals, like if not for, I don't know, probably God. It gotta be God because the ball was almost like slightly going to the net already. I just don't understand how it could have been 5-0. And honestly, looking at the match, I can't say we deserved a win because we didn't play with any fire within us. There was no strength from our players. Like whenever they want to even fight for the ball, they don't fight smartly. There was a ball where the Brighton player was like tackling Mattis, and honestly, he got the ball cleanly away from Mattis. And Mattis wanted to get the ball back from him, and he just went and committed a foul. I was like, wow, you don't need to commit a foul before you get the ball. If your eyes on the ball and you can target the ball out of the player's leg, simple as that. You don't need to just like use your boots, or probably you have to pack it out of the ball. Yeah, sometimes you need physicality, but like not that kind of moment. You'll be carded. Don't you understand? And that's the same way most of our players were playing. They were not playing with conviction. They were playing with like they were confused. And honestly, the team is really poor. And now this is even without Maguire in the lineup. Honestly, we're at a very bad place right now because looking at this loss against Brighton, it doesn't even speak well of us at all. Of course, we should be winning Brighton, like we're a big shit right now, and it is what it is. So the ball possession, they had 42% ball possession and we had 58%. They had 17 total shots and we had 15. They had 4 big chances, we had 1. They had 2 big chances missed, we had 1. They had 293 accurate passes and we had 445. They had 13 fouls committed and we had 9. We both had 3 offsides. They had 7 corners and we had 6. Man, that's crazy. This season we've had a lot of massive losses, like back to back. Man City 4-1, Liverpool 5-0, 4-0, Brighton 4-0 now. Man, that's crazy. So the shot, they had 17 total shots and we had 15. We both had 7 shots of target. They had 6 shots on target and we had 5. They had 4 block shots and we had 3. No shot hit the woodwork. They had 13 shots inside the box. We had 8. They had 4 shots outside the box and we had 7. To the passes, they had 293 accurate passes and we had 445. They had 136 passes in their own half and we had 258. They had 157 passes in our half and we had 187 passes in their half. They had 20 accurate long balls and we had 27. We both had 5 accurate crosses. They had 17 throws and we had 13. They had 9 tackles won, we had 11. They had 10 interceptions, we had 11. They had 3 blocks, we had 5. They had 18 clearances, we had 31. They had 5 keeper saves and we had 1. To the draws, they had 33 draws won and we had 47. They had 24 ground draws won, we had 34. They had 9 aerial draws won, we had 13. They had 4 successful dribbles, we had 9. They had no yellow card, we had 2. And there was no red card. You can see, like, honestly, with our games like this, there's no precision. We dominated, we did everything, and we couldn't get the winning can. Like, it's so obvious, the whole team is not connected. It plays without conviction or any determination at all. And that's that about them. So the players of the match, Leandro Trossard was the player of the match. But the big chances created, Pascal Gross was the highest, and Trossard, the Mata had one. And the top 3 big chances created really had one player. To the total shots, Ronaldo and Welbeck had 5, Fernandes had 3, Mata had 2, Maguire had 2 and Dalot had 1. In the top 10 total shot rating of the game, we had only 4 players. To the pass success, Varane had 60, Bruno Fernandes had 54, Delhi 47, Mata 40, McTominay 39, Lindelof 36, and Matic 34. In the top 10 pass success rating of the game, we had 2 players. To the successful dribbles, Dalot had 5, Fernandes had 2, Fred had 1, Mata had 1. And in the top 8 successful dribbles of the game, we had 4 players. To the tackles won, Fred had 3, Dalot had 3, Matic had 3, Bruno Fernandes had 1. And in the top 10 tackles won rating of the game, we had 4 players. And honestly, there's no credit to give the players for that performance, because that performance was like kind of bullshit. They didn't play football. Like honestly, it's been long like for watch Manchester football and I'll be like intrigued. That will make me love the game. Like it's always like watching amateurs. But that's that about the statistics of the game. Let's go to the blog and see if they have anything to say about our team. Now this says not fit to wear the shirt, accept that. Says Manchester United star Fernandes. Okay, let's dive in. Manchester United fans declared their team not fit to wear the shirt, and Bruno Fernandes agreed. Bruno Fernandes agreed with the Manchester United fans' assessment that the team were not fit to wear the shirt in Saturday's humiliating defeat to Brighton and Hove Albion. United went down 4-0 at the Amex Stadium and were perhaps fortunate not to have conceded more against the Brighton team previously without a home win in 2022. Imagine this is their first home win. This is set to go down as United's worst season of the Premier League era. Already having considered their most goals in a single campaign and starting to fall short of the previous low benchmark in terms of points. And United supporters turned on their team as a shocking second half played out, chanting, "You are not fit to wear the shirt." Star midfielder Fernandes had no issue with that view when it was relayed to him in a post-match interview with Sky Sports. I include myself in that. He said, what I did today was not enough to be in the Manchester United shirt, and I accept that. It's not about accepting, it's about changing, it's about finding a way to change, it's about trying to do good things, like it's about making the fans happy, it's about even making yourself happy as well. I don't think anybody wants to lose, except if they want to lose. Now there's another blog post that says, Rafragni responds when asked if you regret taking the Manchester United job. You're just funny yourself, like why? Why would you ask this man this kind of question? Because of the losses. It's not his fault anymore, like it's more than obvious, because after we forced Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out, it's now more than obvious to us now that the players are not having a good chemistry to play good football. They don't look like players, like they look like men in different professions turning up to play football for our team. Like Pogba is a celebrity, like a music celebrity. Ronaldo is an Instagram celebrity, but like at least everybody's trying their best to limit football. There's no chemistry, that's the thing. So let's dive in. It says, in his post-match interview with Brighton 4-0, Manchester United Rafragni was asked if he regrets taking the Old Trafford job. He failed to say clear no after another abject afternoon as United's season launched towards another nightmare performance. Rangnick spoke to Sky Sports after the game and was asked if he has any regret over taking the call to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer until the end of the season. The German insisted that there were some very good performances under his reign, which might be overstating it somewhat and does not make up for the way the season has fizzled out. We have to split it up into 2 different parts. Until the Tottenham game, we had some very good performances. When we beat Tottenham at home, West Ham at home, when we beat Leeds, he said, it does not make sense to think about regret. When the call came in November, it was clear that I want to do that. As I said, in the first 3-4 months, we were on the right pathway. We were still in 3 competitions and we had some very good performances. In the last 6 weeks, we were really poor. That's only the last 6 weeks, so like we have been poor around the season. It's not like this one knows how to sweet talk. Look at this now, we're in a very desperate situation. We don't even want any sweet talking anymore. We just want actions. Talk is too much. Yeah, sorry, we are this, we are that. Come on, you guys, you get the fuck and go and work hard on yourselves. It's a clear sign of how bad Ragnick's interim reign has gone that he cannot even say he does not unequivocally regret taking the job on. It was the biggest role of his managerial career and an opportunity he could not really say no to, even though he had very little recent management experience. There is some fault on United's part for bringing in a man who had not recently been a manager, and it has not worked out for all parties. Rangnick has only one more post-match interview to get through, and we hope that he can sign off with a win at Crystal Palace on the final day of the season. Honestly, as a United fan now, I just want the season to end right now without the last match. Like, you can imagine that kind of feeling when there's no hope. There's nothing promising for the team. Because now, if you say, okay, now let's see how Crystal Palace will turn out to be. How do we get to us? Because now all the other teams are watching us and they're looking at how we lack confidence. Imagine Brighton, who has ever won a home game in 2022, winning their first home game against United with 4-0 win. Ronaldo won the squad. Against Manchester United, this is so bad. This is terrible. And honestly, I feel some things about Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo needs to play the role of commanding the team. Whenever you see the ball, move with the ball. Create scenarios where other players have to run into place. Then you have to throw in your passes. Doesn't he trust his passing capabilities? I don't understand. Because whenever they give him the ball, he passes back immediately. Only just want to run to the post. Like, if he has a top player with more experience in this kind of shitty team, sometimes you want to put the responsibility of a playmaker on your shoulder. Like, move the ball, create scenarios where other players have to run in position for you, and you drop some slick passes. Maybe that's why people consider Messi more than him. I don't understand, because he seems to be a playmaker everywhere he goes to. But looking at Ronaldo's style of football in Manchester United, he's just a goal machine. That's what we consider himself as now. Be a playmaker at least for once. Create some dribbles if possible. If not, create some passes. Not all these 1-2 passes, keep the ball off your feet. I don't want to hold the ball so much. And whenever he even tries to move with the ball, he doesn't move like a playmaker. He moves so rigidly, and it's so different, man. This is bad. I just think all the players need to work on themselves, because if they don't work on themselves, this will get more worse and more worse. And there's another blog post that says 14 shocking start for Manchester United humiliating 4-0 defeat at Brighton. Manchester United suffered yet more humiliation as Brighton recorded one of their best ever Premier League results with a deserved 4-0 victory. Imagine. Ronaldo in the squad. The trophyless 21-2022 season looks to be fittingly fizzling out for United, who mercifully only had one more game to play in the campaign, and their fans will be desperate to forget. Honestly, like as it is, nobody gives a fuck about the last game. I didn't want them to play the last game if possible. It's been a year that promised so much, with the grand return of Cristiano Ronaldo and the high-profile additions of Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane, but has ultimately delivered so little. On the flip side, Brighton have already registered more Premier League wins and points than any other season, and should be on for their highest placing since they were promoted back in 2017. Grandfather Seagulls went into the break winning their profligacy in front of goal with a 1-goal lead after Ecuador international Moises Caicedo scored his first Premier League goal early on. But Brighton continued to be the better side after the break and were uncharacteristically ruthless as they put United to the sword with a further 3 goals before the hour mark, with Marc Cucurella, Leandro Trossard and Pascal Gross adding their names to the score sheet. It was a terrible performance, Ralph Rangnick told Sky Sports in his post-match interview. From the first until the last minute, it was not enough. We can only apologize for this performance and a humiliating defeat. Monday's win over Brentford was a different game. We just gave too much time and space. We were never in a position where we could stop them playing through our line. We told the players be as compact as they could, but we couldn't stop it. Here are 14 shocking starts that illustrate how far United have fallen. This was Brighton's first home win against United in the post-war period. Cristiano Ronaldo had 5 attempts at goal, but not a single one of them was on target, not his day. Ronaldo's scored match rating was 5.56, the lowest of the season and among the worst of his entire career. Anthony Elanga was stood at half-time after registering a 14% pass accuracy. Only one of the 7 he attempted was completed. This was United's 5th successive away defeat in the season. Prior to this game, Brighton had the 18th worst home record in the Premier League with 3 wins from 17 at the Amex. They would won just one of their previous 14 home league outings. Then, prior to this game, no Premier League team has scored fewer goals on home soil. Their 4 goals against United account for 25% of their total goals from 18 home games in 21-22. 2.2% of Brighton's total Premier League goals ever came in the opening hour of their 4-0 victory today. This is deadly. This is bad. This is only the second time in 188 Premier League matches that Brighton have scored 4 goals. Second time. Imagine, against United. The 2021-22 campaign is officially United's worst defensively of the Premier League era. They've conceded 56 goals, 2 more than they conceded in 2018-19, and still with another game to go. Only twice before had they conceded more than 45, and now have conceded 56. Our so far. This season will also account for United's lowest